Hey, Tim Sykes, Millionaire Mentor and Trader here, answering your questions. A lot of people ask me, what do I look for in my stock trading software? I cannot recommend StocksToTrade.com enough. My team and I worked our butts off building this thing, and it has been an incredible feat. Let me just tell you. I usually use eTrade Pro. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work that great with some of these penny stocks. No software really does. It's not eTrade's fault. You know, no one really specializes in penny stocks. So sometimes, like on the big percent gainers list, which is the main tool that I would use for any software, because every day I'm looking for what's hot, I'm looking for what's in play. I'm looking at big percent gainers, I'm looking at stocks hitting the high of the day, HOD. So Stocks to Trade has both a big percent gainers list and a HOD box, so I can see stocks that are moving. Also, Stocks to Trade has big percent gainers over like 3 and 5 days, which is very useful. It's not just one day. And unfortunately, most softwares like eTrade, they don't really always include a lot of these penny stocks because they're on weird exchanges. Some of them are pink sheets, some of them are gray sheets, some of them are NASDAQ. Some of them are just, very small companies. So these big softwares, no one cares about the little guy. That's why, frankly, I have a business, because there's an opportunity. With people with small accounts, you need to focus on these little stocks that no one really pays attention to. They're easier. But if you don't see them in your software, if you're not scanning them, you might miss a very good play. So some people are like, oh, I don't need this software, I'll just use this other one. And you miss 1, 2, 3, 4 great trades per month. It adds up. If you make $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 on one of these great trades that another software didn't pick up, that can cost you thousands of dollars per month. So I highly encourage you to use Stocks to Trade every single day. I know that it's a stretch for everyone to say, okay, let's trade penny stocks. If you don't like penny stocks, that's cool. Don't necessarily trade them. But for me, I've always made more money using these kinds of stocks just because there's no big hedge funds. There's no, none of the most legit, top traders are trading these little stocks. There's just not enough money. So the competition is easier for me. That's the best thing that I can tell you with regards to the software. You need to be able to track these little penny stocks. You need to be able to see their news. You need to see their big percent gains, and you need to see when they're hitting the high of the day. And Stocks to Trade has so many more features. They programmed it with 40 plus of my scans built in. I have a lot of different scans. It's not just like one big percent gainer. So we're looking at earnings winners. We're looking at a whole bunch of different patterns. And this is all pre-built into Stocks to Trade software. You can also add new custom searches. And I really like the Twitter scanner. Tim Bowen has a bunch of video lessons on the Stocks to Trade channel if you want to check that out, on how to basically search Twitter for low float stocks or specific penny stock patterns. And that's very useful, built in right into Stocks to Trade. Most softwares don't have that, especially dealing with these small stocks. I think that's probably the biggest advantage. But I'm looking for stocks that are in play. I'm looking for stocks that are talked about. I'm looking for big percent winners. I just want to see active stocks. There's 1,000 plus, there's 7,000 plus penny stocks, but there's 1,000 plus press releases every day. Most of it is just noise. If the stock isn't moving, if there isn't a lot of volume, if the stock isn't in play or being talked about, I'm not interested because I want to take advantage of the day trading hype, the kind of momentum that the day trading mob brings to a stock or a sector. And it's tough to spot that on a lot of these softwares that don't track the kinds of stocks that you should be trading. So check out Stocks to Trade. Leave a comment underneath this video saying, I will use Stocks to Trade, or I will use STT. That's an abbreviation. Use this tool. The stock market is a battlefield, and your trading software is basically your weapon. So you don't want to come to a battlefield where everyone else has machine guns and you have a knife. You're going to get massacred. Stocks to Trade arms you and gives you a good spot on the battlefield so that you don't get killed. And, maybe you can do some killing, not in the way that you're going to kill some other humans, but you're going to kill it in the stock market.